So forgive me if it gets a little windy or I get off track or anything. I don't really know what I'm doing. I came to the park to ground and kind of get some clarity and, kind of gather some perspective on some things that just happened to me about 2 hours ago. I don't give a shit anymore if nobody believes me or if people judge me or, what anyone thinks really, because I've come to find that it is extremely important to get shit off your chest, and kind of speak your truth, because no matter what, it's just good to be in a constant state of flow. And I don't like to hold anything in, I like to put it out all on the table, and I've always kind of been like that my entire life. It's been extremely difficult for me to be a kind of a fake person, like most of society is. They put on a mask and they put on a facade where they can operate in society or whatnot. So for me, this has always been an extremely hard thing to do. I've always just been myself, and it's very rarely ever gone with what society deems as normal. So with that being said, I would like to talk about an experience I just had meditating. And it's really strange because it lines up with some other synchronicities and some strange events that I recently had. As you see there, our sun is still bright orange or red color because our entire state seems to be on fire. Oregon and Washington are on fire right now, pretty much all over the entire Pacific Northwest. So it's really strange. There's ash falling around too. You can't see it, such small particles, but there's ash falling. Anyway, try to stay on track here. I was meditating. I entered my theta state of my brain entrainment. That's the point where you can get most of the mind chatter to kind of turn off in your brain and just kind of start, only being aware of your breath, so to speak. That's what I call the theta state. It's right before you fall asleep, or it's where you're still conscious, but you're just in a real low-level conscious, just kind of observing minimal activity, such as breathing. Anyway, I reached this state earlier, and I just thought it was going to be a normal meditation, but lo and behold, it was anything from normal. What happened next was I shot straight out of my body in a really fast speed, straight upwards in a vertical direction. And I don't know how far up I went, but I went up very far and very fast. And then I entered I guess I plateaued out. I just stopped, and then everything kind of went white. Then all of a sudden, I was dematerializing back into my body in what seemed to be shards of white light. And that's when I was looking upward still. And it must be, I must still have been looking through my third eye to some degree, because I was half seeing physical reality, half seeing astral still. I know this just from previous experiences. But that's when I witnessed a gigantic craft directly above me. And what it seemed to be was I was materializing back into my body from the craft, and until all these shards kind of solidified, and then I was just fully into my body. Let me tell you what I intuitively believe happened. I believe that I visited a craft or a ship in my meditation, and I think that my memory was cut, basically. I don't think this is an odious experience. I believe I visited some benevolent beings. I believe that my memory was edited for the sake of my sanity. That's what I fully believe. And I believe the purpose of me visiting this craft was for downloads and DNA activation, and to also input memories and other light codes and information into my subconscious mind for future activations. This isn't the first time this has happened. I have an older video where I talk about ET visitation while projecting in the astral realm. The weird part is this lined up with a synchron because I watched a David Wilcock and Corey Good interview where they were talking about how the Nordic ETs and other human-looking ETs like the Pleiadians are going to be contacting light workers and really anybody that can raise their vibration enough to perceive their presence and their information that they have to share. And the reasoning for them doing this is to kind of give a soft contact to humanity, and they'll use people like me and like other light workers like you guys to be the messengers or the middleman, so to speak, so we can, you know, start waking humanity to their presence, but in a, you know, a slower, more safe approach. You know, as they can't just show up in our skies out of nowhere. You know what I mean? They gotta slowly implant themselves into our psyche, into our consciousness. That way no one's fear can get out of hand and this, you know, all goes astray. So I believe that was the purpose of the contact. Who knows how many times I've visited them? Who knows? But see, the thing is I asked for this. And before I meditate, before I go to sleep at night, I've been asking for more downloads. I've been asking for more lucidity. I've been asking to remember my past lives. I've been asking to access the Akashic records. Anyway, I've asked for this, and they gave me a little bit of it. They gave me a little bit of my memory. You know, I was able to pierce the amnesia just a little bit. And I was thinking about it, like, why such a small amount? Like, I can handle more. But you know what? I don't think I really can handle more. You know, if I was to retain the memory of talking to a bunch of ETs on a ship, like, who knows, like, what my ego, how it would react to that. Would I be able to keep my sanity? I don't know, you know. So I think that the pace that we're going at is safe and mature, and I'm only grateful for the experience. And I just wanted to share it with you guys and hopefully help somebody out there that's having similar experiences. And I'm going to keep sharing this information because the only thing I have to gain is, you know, awakening and human awakening and raising the consciousness and vibration of consciousness on this planet. So thank you for listening. Have a great evening.